you ready? It's the Roundtable with me, Robert Bannon.
Happy 2 years! Holy moly. It is 2 years of the Roundtable with me. Welcome, everybody. Thank you, thank you, thank you, thank you. You know, it's only Roundtable episode 89 because during the SAG strike, we didn't do episodes. But when you add the SAG strike and you add the Roundtable talks, listen to this stat. We have done 250 plus hours of content. We have had over 350 guests, not including red carpets, just that have interviewed with me. And we have 1.2 million views. What? It's a celebration. Happy 2 years to every single. Thank you all so much. It's a party. And I'm so honored and grateful for each and every one of you. During the pandemic, I was home and bored and I was putting out an album. Thank you, babe. Yes, I wasn't engaged then. And but I knew Darius. And during the pandemic, I had an album that was coming out and it was being produced by a guy who was bored at home, being, you know, rich in LA. And he said, why don't we talk to our friends? And that show was called Quarantine Cabaret and Cocktails. And I did that for a year. And that turned into the Broadway reunion series, which were reunited Broadway cast. And we sold it to 32 performing arts centers. And then he retired and the show ended. And Jeff Dorda and not Len Rodino, he's married to Robbie Roselle. Len Evans have a PR firm called Project Publicity that we were doing work with on Quarantine Cabaret and Cocktails. And they sent me a press release and said, will you interview our clients? And I didn't have a show. So I went to Robbie Roselle's apartment in Queens. And I said, do you think Broadway Records, he was A&R for Broadway Records, but congrats, Robbie, on a brand new venture. He's got a brand new record company he works for. And I said, do you think we could do a show, like maybe with your record label? No one's going to watch just me. How am I going to get guests to come on my show? Because I don't have any connections to many people. Well, he said, you should do it on your own. You should have it be double letters like Robert, Roundtable, Robert's Roundtable. So the Roundtable with Robert Bannon was born. And our very first guests were Brandon James Gwynn. And we talked about his album. And then the second week, we did a show all about Vegas with the Naked Boys singing and David Hernandez. And then we had Eric Roberts. And once we booked Eric Roberts, you know, Oscar nominee superstar, then the show just took off. I never imagined red carpets. I never imagined Tribeca Film Festival. I never imagined the amazing people that I would get to meet. And I would never, most importantly, imagine the community of people, as they call themselves, the Roundtablers. I didn't give myself that name, but thanks to people like Christine, thanks to people like Lattes, thanks to people like Abby, thanks to people like my family and friends who have come to join me on this journey. And when Christine writes something like this, 1 million listeners celebrating artists and art with you, that's what makes me want to boohoo cry, because the Roundtable is a show where I don't do gossip. I don't do scandal. I don't give my opinion very often and critique things. It's a place for people to have art. People who have won Oscars, Grammys, and Tonys and Emmys, to a person who is just trying to get a song out as an independent artist. I want this space to be anywhere, because when I put out music and art, what mattered the most to me was to be heard. So I hope that this platform has given somebody joy, somebody exposure, sold a ticket, listened to a stream, made someone go to the movies, made someone go see a Broadway show, and support local art and artists. It is my passion of my life. I have my classroom and I have my Roundtable. And I have my music and I have my Roundtable. I have acting and I have my Roundtable. And it is the anchor in my week and the moment I get to enjoy the most, because I get to spend it with people like you. We are doing so much with the Roundtable, and we're really proud that this past year, we teamed up with the Broadway Podcast Network. You can download and join the Broadway Podcast Network. We get so many pitches for interviews, and we, meaning me, because it's me. There's no staff here other than Mike and Adrian who record videos for me, but it's me. And we started a second series called the Roundtable Talks. We started a second series called the Broadway Podcast Network version of the show, where every day there's 90 podcasts. We only started that in September. And we are in January and we already have 90 podcasts up because we've become, luckily, a place where people can come and share art. And I am so, so grateful. My grandmother, Bacha Benny, amen. I love you, Grandma Verge. Thank you so much. Happy anniversary. We did it 2 years. Thank you, A right here. Speaking of podcasts, Adrian and me have a podcast series going on right now where we talk about the award shows. So if you like the Emmys, the Golden Globes, the Oscars, etc., we're giving you the list of nominees. We're giving you who we think is going to win. And then we're giving you the recap after it's over. So everything. Thank you, David. Yes, David. Come on, David. We're here for 2 years. I have a special montage of my favorite moments of the past year. Not year one, only year two. And oh boy, it's a doozy. Thank you, Alyssa. You know, Alyssa and me used to sing 166 years ago and have a good old time. So yeah. Yes, listen. Adrian says to listen to us. We're a hot mess. And I'm a little shady. I forget sometimes that people actually listen to this. You know what's the scariest thing for me? The interview with Kaylin Allen, which was on a couple of weeks ago, when Kaylin says like, oh, I heard your song, or I watched your interview, or I did an interview with an author recently, and he was like, well, I'm not Anne Margaret because I watched you talk to Anne Margaret. People watch this? You're crazier than me. And I said during the Roundtable pre-show, which is on Instagram every single Thursday at 6:30, and it is a messy place. I said to them all, you know, last week you sent so much love, and I'm an engaged man, and you sent so much love and support to me and to Darius and I, and I'm so grateful for you all and seeing that journey. Graham, you're going to come to a wedding? You ready? So when you all has sent love to me, this show was one of the reasons that we reconnected, because he would come in and watch this and was here, and it was a way for us to start a breaking point, to jumping off point, to talk again, and all things like that. It has been the greatest gift, the gift that really just keeps on going. And you all continue to show up every single week for my mess. Thank you. Thank you. Thank you. Thank you. What would this show be without our staples, right? So it's time for the week in review. This week is quiet because I worked and worked and worked. I'm still flying in cloud 9 over this engagement extravaganza. That's the big news in my life. I'm so grateful to have a partner who supports my insanity and art. Not everybody would have the confidence and ability to be a presence in my life and to watch me do what I do. He can fly. He's so good at what he does, and he lets me fly. So I want to thank you all. We've got over 1,000 likes and messages and comments. It was so overwhelming. So if you sent them to us, we both extend our thanks, and truly the best is yet to come. It was a rainy weekend, so I've been watching Clarence because my dog, my dog, who is my dad's dog, but I've kind of inherited this dog. My dad is in Baltimore for the landscaping convention. So me and Claire Bear are holding down the fort together. And that's what happens when you leave your dog with me. He runs in puddles with me in the rain. And the other event that I had this week is I went to the opening, which we're going to show you in a few minutes, of a really, really great show called Prayer for the French Republic, which is playing at Manhattan Theater Club. And Mike jumped in and did this with me. We did it on the pouring rain, and he was a great cameraman, and we had a great time. So if you love Anthony Edwards, come on down. We're going to have Anthony Edwards here. Dr. Green joins us in a few minutes live from opening night. So it was a quiet week, and this weekend is quiet because it's like the quiet before the storm, because I go back to NJ PAX soon. I'm going to Las Vegas soon, which I'll tell you all about after it's done. And singing starts to happen again, and life begins to happen again. So, you know, I don't sit still well. I don't do that very well, but I'm going to try this weekend. Maybe even go to the movies. Who knows? get back these cheekbones. A said to me today when we filmed the podcast, she said, I see the cheekbones coming. I was like, oh, I got to get in shape. I got pride coming. I got marriage coming. Can't turn 40 and let it all go to hell. I hate this show. Let's talk about a shameless plug. Go. Oh, hot take.
It's smoking.
Do you have a favorite Roundtable memory? Do you have a favorite Roundtable memory? Do you? I want to hear it. I want to hear it. So comment, and at the end of the shameless plug and the Hey Friend Hey, we will talk about your favorite Roundtable memory. You're up in an airplane, or you're at a party, or else you're alone, and then you suddenly did. Alyssa's watching. Alyssa and me did musical theater classes together when I was a kid. Alyssa, did you do that song? It's a Stephen Eady song, and that was the choreography. Yeah. Yes. So, Alyssa's turning 40, and see, she's here. She's turning 40. See? And she did that song. Alyssa, you may have to come out here and we may have to do it together. You're looking in someone's eyes. You suddenly realize that this could be the start of something. This could be the heart of something. This could be the start of something big. Nostalgia is right. Alyssa, that was 30 years ago. That's depressing. Let's talk about a shameless plug.
'Cause I'm shameless.
30 years ago, but I still remember it, which is crazy in of its own right? Well, if you are watching us, we already talked about the Broadway Podcast Network where you could listen to us. But also, if you're in the New Jersey area and you want to celebrate some love songs and some fun with me and have a good old time with me, then you might as well get your tickets and come on down to see me. An evening of love songs and Valentine's. It's a little later because February 11th, apparently there's a football game that people care about. Or it's an Usher concert where people play football. I don't know. But Patsy's Restaurant is a favorite of me and my family's. We've been going there since birth. And we have a beautiful room. They put out a nice little menu of food and drinks are available for you to purchase. And I sit and sing and joke and laugh and kiki it up with you. February 25th at 6 o'clock. We limit it to 60 people, and we are over halfway sold out within a week. People like it. It's fun. It's casual and it's chill and it's a cute moment. So make sure you get your tickets. You can go to robertbannon.com and buy your tickets. They're not expensive. It's a very casual time. And if you have a request or something you want me to sing, we try to make it happen. So do that. My Pride show in 54 Below is in June, but we'll have more information about that as we get closer. Comment. Tell me your favorite moment. We're almost there. I want to do my Hey Friend Hey. You ready? Here we go.
I'll be there for you. How you doing?
Well, my Hey Friend Hey goes to my friend Matt Gould, who I was just texting with. Matt and I are going to be doing a weekly part of this show. He will be joining us weekly to talk about how he created a show and friendship, and his show, his Broadway debut as a composer and as a writer, is coming to Broadway, and I've been raving about it. I've been posting about the music video. I've been telling you about this show. I've been telling you about Matt Gould since I met him almost 10 years ago. I saw a show called Witness Uganda. It changed my life. I ended up getting in contact with Matt. I had never sung. I had never gone to acting school. I had never done anything. I gave that life up. And I was really in a bad place. I was lost, devastated. I was not out. I was just coming out of divorce. I was struggling to find my place. I showed up at Matt's apartment in Harlem, and he literally changed my life. I wouldn't have gone to acting school if it wasn't for Matt reaching out to Eden Espinosa, who happens to star in Lampa. It's a small world after all, and going to William Esper. I would not have had my album come out. I would never have done a show. And I definitely would have never done I Think He Knew. And I Think He Knew changed my life. Not only is it a song that has had 100,000 views on YouTube and thousands of views, and I've gotten to sing it at prides everywhere and get messages from parents and sisters and brothers and children and loved ones. famous people. You know, Lady Bunny writes me and says, I wish I had a dad like the one in the song. And it's the reason why I met my Darius too, because he saw the music video and he reached out for me to perform at Pride. So like all roads lead back to Matt, and I'm so excited for him to get his big come up. So everybody just know that Lampa, a new musical about a true original, an artist that has been sampled, and her imagery has been used from Lady Gaga and Madonna through many people through the times, but you don't know the story of what she went through, the Holocaust and queer love and finding herself and being forgotten and trying to fight the fight. It's coming to Broadway this April. Tickets are on sale. Go to YouTube, listen to The Woman Is music video, and then buy your tickets on Telecharge. It's coming to the Longacre in April, and you will be blown away. We will be talking about it from here till the Tonys. And when Matt Gould wins a Tony, I'm going to flick that Tony and be selfieing it. You will see so many selfies of me with a Tony, eating a Tony under my arm, a Tony on my head, licking a Tony. All those things are coming come June. So get your tickets to Lampa. All right. I appreciate you. Alyssa says we got to find Carol Naso and get her on the show. So Carol Naso is my first music teacher. My mom brought me to the Bergen Mall in Paramus, New Jersey, which is now Bergen Town Center, and that's where I did my first musical theater class. It's so funny that you bring up Carol, because I love her. We have to find her. My mother, you're my favorite Roundtable person. And Darius said that I'm his favorite. See? Oh, God. My ovaries. Oh. I can't. Oh my goodness. Let's get it together. Adrian says Tony Luca, who was on, and Eric Roberts. Adrian interviewed them both. One of my favorite things about the Roundtable is in life is that if I can get somebody that you love on the show and then get you on here, I love it. Tony Luca from the Mickey Mouse Club, Eric Roberts is a legend. And I love them both. And yeah, that was fun. And it was fun to have Adrian on with them. Christine, hot take. Oh, when Barry Bostwick eats a Frankfurter on with you. Barry Bostwick was the funniest thing. He literally was in the middle of an interview and he took out a Frankfurter and said, it's a Frankfurter for Frankfurter, because he was in Rocky Horror. Classic. And Lunell's interview, I just talked to Melba Moore is coming on the show, and I did an interview with her, and we talked about Lunell because they're friends. And Lunell sucking the finger to get in Borat is life. That is life. Mike says Lunell is the best. Lunell is the best. She wishes me a Merry Christmas now. If you're in Vegas on a Saturday, on a Sunday or a Monday, you have to go see Lunell. I'm going to try to get Lunell back on the show because she is one of my favorite members too. Yeah, hysterical. Definitely hysterical. Mike, I got to get someone on for Mike. Who can I get on this show that Mike would like? He's tough. We're going to work on it. Well, you ready to see it? Because I've talked enough. I've talked like for 5 years. And yes, Alyssa, I heard she lives in Florida too. Carol is still here. Shuffle off to Buffalo. Carol Naso. Oh, the Naso Follies of 95. Well, I narrowed it down. So many fun times on the Roundtable. So many good times the past 2 years. Here is the best of year 2. Not year 1. Lunell was year 1. Tony Luca was year 1. Eric Roberts was year 1. Barry Bostwick was year 1. Year 2, take a peek. I hope this is good because I edited it. Enjoy. Well, hey everybody, welcome to the Roundtable. I wore my leather jacket. I was trying to butch it up for you. I was trying to give you my best motorcycle look. All of our friends, they gotta head on down and see Sweeney Todd.
Yes, please come.
Praise him to I love God. You don't love God. What's wrong with all of your songs? we stand and fan for everything you've done. Thank you for all the music.
My pleasure.
Congratulations on everything. Congratulations on You Bet Your Life, which I watch every day in the teacher's room.
I appreciate that. I
am such a fan because I love, and I'm fascinated by relationships, and I've been fascinated by this show. I am so excited. I feel like I've sat in therapy sessions with you and counseling sessions. Hi, the most beautiful family in all of Hollywood, I swear, or Atlanta or wherever. So
no, we're in LA and New York. Yeah, we used to live in Atlanta. Wow, you do your work, huh?
I tried to do some research. So when I see you, I don't know if I'm going to order a sandwich or we're going to talk.
No, I know we can go Jersey Mike's on you if you want, but yeah, I'm really excited to be here.
So my partner says to me when I meet him and I go back on his Facebook, you know when you stalk Facebook?
No, I don't know what you're talking about.
Well, I go back and all I see is at Bellamy Young. Look at you, at Bellamy Young, my girl crush, at Bellamy Young, the only woman I've ever loved, at Bellamy Young.
He promised me this would not get out.
My family, with my kids, touching base with my son, like how was your day, like playing on the floor with my babies, like that fills my cup. Like that is where I need to, that is like what I was put on this earth to do, was to be a mother.
Did you do a song too?
I did.
You did, actually you did one of my favorite songs. You did Don't Save It All for Christmas Day, right?
I'm done.
Yeah.
Don't have Kaylin Allen up and looking up.
I just want to say, like, thank you. Thank you, Robert. Thank you to everyone who is using their platform to help me like promote this.
Well, we had so much fun. We laughed till we were silly. And, what a delight. That's all I could say.
I had streamers. Yeah, you're a party in a bag.
I'm a party in a bag. That's what they say.
It's been really powerful. I think that as time goes on, meaning as you said, we premiered at Tribeca last June. We're coming out this July and August.
When I see you, I just want to say, "Boo Boo Kitty, kick rocks." That's it. I'm going to say, we say it and say it and say it. We're here for your work. You are an actor's actor. You are. It's really nice to meet you.
That means a lot.
Dominique Pace University, went to school. We love your work so much.
Thank you.
What does it mean to see this kind of show on Broadway and represented?
Honestly, I'm ecstatic for the culture.
I'm sorry, Leslie. I know you're the singer and an actor, but your wife is a superstar.
I know this.
Doing a show.
If that man has ever sung the melody, I have yet to hear it. That man is a run-a-maniac.
I want to bumble with the bee, ha, the hex on the whole family. Lampa.
Like the old man.
And we're not crying. Like apparently,
Wait, who are you?
I am the president's son.
You're
he
Alex.
is the prince.
He's Henry. Yeah. Okay.
And that is very
person
fitting.
who saw the suspect. The person who said they went that way. That's the co-star. So I was just a co-star in the pilot.
As a Jersey person myself, whose father graduated Cliffside Park High School.
Oh yeah, me too.
Now you bought the condo next to my cousin in Seaside. We're supposed to be friends, Jenny.
Wait, are we going to be neighbors this
I'm
summer?
ready to take you across the street to Spicy Cantina and have a little margarita.
Alrighty, let's do that. And then pizza? I'm a
Of course.
pizza girl.
Stage was insane. Congratulations.
I appreciate that.
How was the process from when you started and booked your first TV job now all the way to where you are at this point?
Well, I have to say mine is a little unconventional. And I think that's the beauty of being in the entertainment industry.
I'm exhausted for you.
I'm pretty tired, but there's something about being on stage and it's, working with the community, the audience, the energy you get from the audience. I'm exhausted, but then of course I can't sleep.
I am such a fan of what you do. There is no one on television who is authentic and lovely and makes you feel like you're just a friend of mine, like watching you every single morning.
I appreciate that. I'm like, when I tell you it's surreal and I'm having the best time.
We've been watching for a moment.
Yeah.
We've been and Broadway, television, everything you do.
Thank you.
I just fan. This team, you're no stranger to working with some of this team.
No, Susan
Stroman.
and and Jimmy Borselman and some of the actors in it I've worked with, and she's the best.
How are you? When you think Kander and Ebb, you think you.
Well, I think
To hear John Kander's
You know,
I just saw you yesterday.
So familiar.
You look so. We already.
Wait a minute! Don't tell me.
Were you at a show yesterday?
I think it was.
Let's go
What do you
clothes.
want? Okay.
I'm not a sample size, so I can't even ask you for free clothes.
I don't even make free clothing anymore.
I know, of course not. Save the best for last, right here. The show's about to start.
Thank you. They're dimming the lights. Gotta get my seat.
Congratulations! We're so excited for this show.
I'm very excited. I've done like a lot of work with this organization, but only because I loved it. Really, was not really such a charity on my part. I
have done 24 background episodes of SNL.
Wow,
And
that's a whole season basically.
I have never done a sketch with you.
Really?
It is you look at a tradition that is continuing long after we're all gone. That has gone, and the fact is that what has become to me the single greatest element to the human character is the elegance of kindness.
It's wonderful. It's so important for there to be diversity and representation on Broadway.
Proper theater etiquette. They've been talking about how we don't behave anymore in the theater. You're no stranger to Broadway.
No, I'd like to think that.
Your work on the dais, and I mean, legendary.
Scarface.
Legendary. Barbara Marchand as a teacher. And I had Barbara Marchand as a teacher. Really? And I was there right after Netflix took off and your show took off. And she would be like, just to let you know, one of my students stars. And I talk to your agent's assistant all the time. I want James. Thank you for being here. He's brilliant, everyone. Make sure anything he does, writes, watch. Thank you. Thank you so much.
What? Well, this is different. What? Oh, I thought they were going to make, no, I'm already, all right. It's supposed to be like that. See, what they're going for is a pizza-like tuna style.
And I was at Montclair Pride with you.
Oh,
so see,
yes.
We're people.
Right.
I don't know her name, but we're people.
Yeah, that's right.
Hi, Tim.
Hi, how are you?
How are you?
I love that.
I love when I saw it.
Jersey.
Jersey. My partner.
Yes.
Our song is "If You Look Back Down on 99 Years."
Seriously?
of a one. So he's in Detroit right now.
99 years like that.
Winning.
Listen to you. Oh my God.
And if I may have contributed at least 3 cents, because I have streamed as we lay over
Talk to these people, and I had a chance to share the video with them, and I just couldn't be more proud. If I get a chance to come back to Montclair Pride.
Miss Peters, congratulations on 25 years.
I can hardly believe it. It's just amazing. And it's become a part of the Broadway community, and nothing makes me more proud or happier.
Puts on so many incredible animals, get wonderful homes, thanks to her over the many years that she's done this event. My dog that passed away at the age of 16 a couple years ago, his name was Sweeney.
His name was
And I got
Sweeney.
his little tattoo right here.
I've had shelter animals my whole life, both cats and dogs growing up. So to be a part of their journey, finding their forever homes is really important.
Thank you so much. You're awesome.
And they're very good for your heart and for your peace of mind. They're just...
Amen. And in between,
People who have pets live longer.
and in between a 2-show day and a 5-show weekend, it's nice to have a nice puppy to
Yes.
adopt. I have an issue with you though, because my partner kind of made you his hall pass.
What's his name again?
His name is Darius, and he's in Detroit.
Oh, he's in Detroit. I need it now.
He needs it. He needs it now. Be careful what you wish for, because you just might see you again next week. The best is always yet to come. Remember, there is more good than there is bad. There is more love than there is hate. And every single one of us has a story to tell, has their truth to share, and is allowed to be whoever they want to be. So rock on with your bad selves, and I'll see you again next time. Bye, everybody. Thanks for being here. Thank you. Thank you. That's just a small sample of the 100+ episodes we had this year, and some of my favorite moments for sure. Thank you again to Adrian and Mike for always jumping on the camera when we're on the red carpet. And thank you to each and every single one of you for watching this show with me. It is beyond my wildest dreams. Thank you. It is pretty iconic to me, and I was there, and I can't imagine that I was there for most of it. Yes, Jessica Chastain is so beautiful. It chokes me up. The whole thing chokes me up. Woohoo! Christine has been here for every damn episode. Christine Clifton in North Carolina and her mom, thank you for being a part of this show, and happy 2-year anniversary. Here's so much more entertainment and inspiration. There are so many people that I didn't even touch upon that Josh Groban did sing
That's it. You know, that is the truth. We did that. We had that moment. He's a good guy. He's the best. Thank you. I have so much fun on red carpets and opening nights. And truth be told, before we get into the next opening night, I think of it like I'm a kid in a candy store. It's a party. Like I just want to have a good time and smile. And a lot of great journalists are very serious, and they have they're ready to ask questions, and they're ready to make moments. But I just want to enjoy it because I was a kid who loved theater, who loved TV, who loved film, and who loved music. And the fact that I get to talk to people who get to do that is a great honor in my life, for sure. Being a teacher, being here, being a performer, and getting to share a message to people, and hopefully some joy, is what I think my true calling in this life is to do. And I can't do it without you. So I really thank you all. And I'm year 3, you all. You think I'm going to give up now? Oh, absolutely not. We've only just begun. We have amazing shows coming up. We have openings out the wazoo, and we have already great guests, a Housewives show. Rachel Fuda will be back. Jackie Goldschneider will be back from New Jersey Housewives. Melba Moore will be here. We will be with Paul Rudd at a charity event. We will be at, there's so much stuff going on, so stay tuned. The best is yet to come. Speaking of our friends, Broadway's publicists have been really good to our show. If it's Polk, if it's OMDKC, if it's Press Room NYC, and if it's BBB Way. Well, BBB Way is the oldest press company in New York City, and they are one of the forefront of Broadway press, and they run Manhattan Theater Club. And they invited us to the opening of the Prayer for the French Republic. So me and Mike get ourselves together. And by the way, my favorite moment of this year was not in that montage. We did talk to Barry Manilow for 5 seconds. We did. It's good. Darius says he feels bad how many people have to hear about my partner in Detroit. Well, I did notice that I talk about my partner in Detroit a lot. But what I enjoy talking about my partner in Detroit is A, I really love my partner in Detroit. B, he loves these performers. Like when I talk to Josh, you all don't know. When I met Darius, we sat in the parking lot of the airport before I flew home, and he sang 99 Years Like That. So how am I? Or he talks about, I can't not. So, if Eric McCormick says he wants it right now, we're going to talk about it. Thank you. I'm excited for it as well. And thank you, A. Yes, we did. We did it. We're doing it. Maybe this year someone will sponsor this damn show. Let's make some money. That's so funny. I literally said that to him when I made the video. I said, "Oh my God, I talk about you the whole time, every time." So we had a good time. It was pouring rain. It was the day of the monsooning rain. We got 4 inches of rain, and Mike Melfa and me trailed into New York City. I was pissed. I was cold. I was wet. I had worked all day. I was over it. And we ended up having a good time. It's a long video. It's a lot of people in the show. It's going to go long, but it's fun. It's really fun. Thanks to Mike for doing this video with me and standing out in the rain for the second half. And I'll see you on the flip side. Take a peek. Well, it's the Roundtable's first opening of 2024, and we are back at the Manhattan Theater Club with the opening of The Prayer for the French Republic. We love the Manhattan Theater Club. I love it here. I love the opening nights. I love Broadway. And this stacked cast from top to bottom is here with this beautiful piece that is as relevant and as timely as ever. We have the cast and the creatives kicking live 2024 right here in the middle of New York City. Hi, Anthony. How are you?
Good. How are you?
Wonderful. Happy opening. Congratulations.
Oh, my God. We're here, right? We're out of the rain.
We are out of the rain.
Warm.
We are inside.
It's
opening.
a good sign, right? When the weather's blustery, isn't that a good
It is a good I think it's good luck. Rain is good luck.
Yeah.
When you get projects, scripts get sent to you, I'm sure, television shows, movies, or theater. When you see a script like this, you sit down and read it. What about it says, This is my project. This is what I'm doing.
Truth is, I didn't have to read it because I saw it. I saw it 2 years ago off Broadway. My wife and I went and were just like, wow, what a play, with no idea that it was going to move or anything. So I was just, so then when I got a call saying, hey, do you want to, I was like, oh yeah, let me read it. I didn't need to read it. I knew exactly. I didn't need to read a thing. And it's just been, yeah, it's great. I really feel like there's an energy of the designers, everybody really wanting to finish something that they started a while ago. And so this last 4 weeks has been really intense and wonderful to watch. The lighting designer, the sound designer, and everybody just nuance and tweak and trim and thing, and Cromer doing it all, never raising his voice, never getting upset, really just, it's been an incredibly positive experience.
Absolutely. And as opposed to TV where you have takes and film where you're doing the same thing every night. Have you learned new nuances, new ways? Is it very set or the energy changes? What is it like to be on stage and do this work?
It's everything you love as an actor, because you also are participating and communicating directly with the people who are receiving it. So, you know, to be able to feel the audience, to feel the laughter, to feel the other actors, and know that like it's absolutely present now, as opposed to, it's great to do things, have it finished, someone else will cut it and put it together, but it's okay, and that's its own experience.
Sure.
But the critical quality of, okay, it's 8 o'clock, let's go.
It's invigorating.
Yeah,
That's
yeah,
it.
yeah.
I
Well,
love
we
it.
all love theater
I
for,
love
right?
it. We looked your name up in the playbill because his character's name does not start with a G. It's not Goose. It's not Green. This is something different, everybody. This is a new thing and a new role for you.
Yeah.
What is it like, the other cast, to be on stage with them? What has it been like to work with them as a company?
So great, because everybody has such different experiences, both as actors, but also with the play. Some of the actors had done the play before, so they brought that with them. There's a group of us who hadn't, so we brought that into. And then there's a real age difference in the cast, so there's a lot of different energy, a lot of different feel. And because of that, it's always interesting. And my character, I'm really lucky, gets to kind of dive into all these different worlds. And so I really get to watch and see some amazing actors do their thing.
Well, we have been such fans, and we love your body of work, and we thank you for all the entertainment you gave us. Now people have to come down here and get tickets and see this show.
Great.
Thank you. So nice to meet you. Thank
Yeah,
you so
you
much.
too.
Break legs. Happy opening. Betsy Adam, congratulations. Happy opening.
Thank you.
We saw you on Broadway last season. Leah Polstad was last season.
Yeah.
And we've seen you on the SVUs and all the New York TV extravaganza.
Oh gosh.
When you get a script like this, and the show was off Broadway, now it's on Broadway part of this season, what are the thoughts? Is it fear? Is it excitement? Is it, I need to do this?
I need to do this. I was in Fort Leavenworth, Kansas, directing something at the Army base there, and I had gotten the script, and I had to fly back a day early because I was like, nobody else is. I'm doing this. This is mine. I want this. So it was one of those moments that I just knew. I thought, I know who this lady is. I want to be part of this story, and I got to be part of it. I'm very grateful for that.
Now that you open on Broadway, now you have this audience here at the beautiful Manhattan Theater Company and part of this season. This story is as relevant, maybe more relevant than ever.
Yeah.
How do you get the energy and the emotional energy to do this, tell this story 8 shows a week?
Because we're creating what has happened to a lot of our ancestors and what is happening in the world right now, and we get to bear witness and tell it in an imaginary way, which is great privilege. And I feel like we're carrying the souls of all the people who couldn't tell this story with us. I really do. I maybe I'm a little woo-woo.
No, I think that's beautiful, and that's what makes art so wonderful and important. You need to come see this show.
Okay.
Come down and see this show.
Yes.
Congratulations. We love your work. We're ready for this and everything else that's coming up
Good.
next.
Okay, I hope you're right. Thanks.
Nice to meet you. My students will die. You are the CW person. You are, all of the television work. What brings you back to stage? I've read about you. You've done a lot of stage work in your life.
Not a lot, but it's my preference. It's what I was trained in when I was in school, but I have an affinity towards it. I think that I like doing theater more than film and TV. It has its fun parts, but theater is just a little bit more entertaining.
And when you see and you get a script like this and it's this role and you audition for it or you offer this role, What is the thought process that goes into it when you say like, "Ooh, this is a heavy load to do 8 shows a week"?
I mean, that's not a concern, really. I mean, it's sort of what I'm asking for. But it is like reading that play for the first time. You do register that like Josh Harmon is onto something here, and it's like every actor's dream is to be handed a script like this to audition for. So it felt pretty good.
What is it like when you get in the room and you go through the rehearsal process with this cast, and how you kind of hold each other together to tell this story?
It was cool. It was because they had done it a couple years back. They had like an established frame that they were going to work within, but then the way David sort of, accommodated the new people that were coming in was very cool, and like the way that they were very welcoming and warm, it was nice.
Well, we're ready for this. The show's beautiful. Congratulations. Break legs. Have an amazing opening. Nice to meet you.
Thank you.
Thank you. I'm so sorry. Richard, it's such an honor to talk to you.
Thank you.
As a SAG member, I want to say thank you for the service you did for all the actors who still do, and the fight you fought for us, especially during this strike.
Well, thank you. It was all of us together. That's what made that happen. Thank you.
Well, over 60 movies, 40 TV movies, a litany of plays and a career that your IMDb page is from here to the floor. When you get a script like this, what is it about this show in particular that says, I want to get back on stage, I'm ready to do this work?
Well, I mean, I've been working since I moved back to New York in 2001. I've been doing plays and everything else, which I didn't do when I was in LA. I hadn't acted on stage in 30 years when I came back. And the thing about this is, first of all, I love the script. It's a monster, but it's a beautiful monster. And then they asked me if I'd be interested in doing Pierre. And I mean, not to put too fine a point on it, but when you ask to do an audition or you get a script, actors do this: bullshit, bullshit, my line, bullshit, bullshit, my line. But okay, that's how we do it. Now that's the first pass, because we got to get ready for an audition. So I'm going bullshit, 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 bullshit. I don't want to blow it. I don't want to do a spoiler. Anyway, so I finally got to it, and I was so struck by this character, by what he had to do, and his place in the whole story, especially when I went back and actually read the whole script. And also, I wanted to work with Cromer for a long time. I've heard such wonderful things about Josh over the years. And Lynn Meadow and I go back to 1969 together, when she was a student at the Yale School of Drama and running the apprentice program at Williamstown, and I was building sets there. And she also went to Bryn Mawr with my sister. So I mean, I've known Lynn since 67.
Oh my goodness! So now you get to do this and work together.
Well, the first thing I did back on stage was a show called Sarah, which was an MTC production.
Isn't it the most beautiful company? They put on some of the greatest.
The company, yes. Yes, the company. I thought you meant the company. I will say that I've worked with an enormous number of people over the years in a whole lot of projects. And I won't even say second only, but this is on a level with Lucky Guy, where Lucky Guy, everybody there wasn't a utility player in the whole piece. Everybody was a star. I mean, in terms of what they brought to it. And everybody is a star in this production in such a really meaningful way. None of this works unless all of it works, and it really does. It's an amazing piece.
Well, the piece is beautiful. Thank you for a beautiful career. Right now, somewhere around the world, you're on television forever, everywhere right now, and now you can see him on stage right here in Manhattan. Oh, Nasser. Yes. He's going to give us some free monologue coaching. Shakespeare. I know, I read about you.
Oh my God.
Congratulations. Welcome to your Broadway debut.
Thank you so much. Thank you.
When you were studying all those Shakespearean monologues and all the classes and all the Zoom messages, things that you've been doing all these years, I know that a Broadway debut must have been a dream. What does it feel like that this is the day? You're here.
Yeah, it's surreal. I've been pinching myself every day of rehearsals. It's amazing. It's amazing. It's not just the fact that it's Broadway, but it's this show. It's this beautiful, beautiful play. These artists that I'm inspired by, that I admire. I could not be more thrilled and feel luckier to be here. Yeah.
This story, even though it takes place partially in the past, partially more present time, but it's as relevant as ever.
Yes.
What is it like, the reaction you get after you've been in the room rehearsing it, now that you've been doing it in previews and now opening night, when you get the reaction at the stage door from people telling you what the show means to them?
Yeah, I think people are really moved. And yes, it speaks to a current moment. And I think this idea of how to deal with fear, how to deal with big choices you have to make in your life, to deal with family legacy and ancestry and the pain of persecution over thousands of years. You know, I think it hits a nerve, and it's written in such a human, beautiful, funny way that you can tell people are connected to it really deeply, really strongly. It's been amazing at the stage door to get direct responses from audience members. Yeah.
Well, people come out here and get your tickets. It's going to be something definitely to see. Happy opening.
Thank you so
happy
much.
debut. Break all the legs.
Thank you.
Congratulations.
Thank you very
So,
much.
Molly Ranson, no stranger to the Broadway. Molly Plaza Suite and in Fish in the Dark and all that. But you were a graduate of LaGuardia High School.
I was. How did you know? I was a graduate of LaGuardia.
Google knows everything. When you were going to school there, dreaming about being an actor and facing the odds, what is it like to be on Broadway for another opening night and to now see that person, that student now out here for another show and another opening?
It's so exciting, and I feel very, very, very lucky, especially to be doing this show at this time. I feel incredibly grateful, and also very grateful to LaGuardia High School. They're awesome over there. Yeah.
This show, you've done some comedies, you've done some fun things on Broadway, especially while this show hinges on some funny lines or moments. It's a very serious subject. What is it like to take on this subject in this time?
Yeah, I mean, it's the themes that we're dealing with are obviously extremely relevant at this moment in history, but I think have always been very relevant and takes place, in 2016, 2017 in Paris. So it's very specific, but it deals with these universal themes. So no matter what your background or perspective is, I think you could get a lot out of seeing this show.
Absolutely. And this cast is pretty stacked. What is it like to share a stage with them throughout the week of performances?
Well, I love each and every person in this cast. Everybody is perfect and just like the kindest, most lovely people. It really does feel like a family, which really helps the whole familial dynamic on stage. So it's just been a joy to do it with everyone.
Manhattan Theater Company, they do the club. They do some of the best works out here. So you better get your tickets and come on. Congratulations. Happy opening. Break all the legs. Well, Ari, you're back on Broadway.
Back on Broadway, yeah. Sort of for the first time, but back. And
yes, but back.
I'm back and I'm here.
Ari, we see you pop up on the television often.
Oh, you do? That's nice.
Yes, we do.
You were watching very closely. Yeah.
Well,
you're really paying attention.
When you got this...
No bathroom breaks.
No.
Yeah.
I had to stay and wait. When you got the script for this show.
Oh, my God.
And you read it.
Yeah.
What were your thoughts? Did you say, I'm ready to tackle this? Let's go?
I didn't even, first of all, it was a Josh Harmon play, and I knew David Cromer was going to direct the workshop. It was 4 years ago? 5 years ago. And I didn't need much to, the play could have been terrible, and I would have been in. But luckily, I was laughing immediately. I was crying very quickly. And topical. Josh speaks my language, so and in person, David speaks my language. So, I do anything for them. So I'm happy to be part of it.
Absolutely, this some creative team and some beautiful theater here on Broadway, and this cast. What is it like to be in a room and then jump up on your feet and do this show with them 8 shows a week?
I feel like we've amassed a superhero team. You know what I mean? It's kind of like that, 1980s style cartoon where it's like this one brings this and that one brings that, and I in every single role we have somebody who's just wildly talented and just incredible at what they're bringing to it, but also they're wonderful people. I mean, everybody is we had such fun, and we got down doing the hard work, and you couldn't ask for a better situation.
Absolutely, and the rest speaks for itself. When their powers combine, they are
prayer for the French Republic.
That's it.
Yeah.
See, you're
with that on the tag.
He's my people.
Yeah,
that's why
you know.
you get it.
That's
I get
exactly
it.
what I'm talking about. Earth, wind, fire.
part. Congratulations.
Thank you.
Right, so Ethan, you went to the University of Michigan.
I did, yeah. You did your due diligence.
Yes, we stalked your whole life. Nice. We're ready. But behind this curtain is the University of Michigan. You studied theater.
I did.
What is it like now when you have a show that opens on Broadway? All those nights, all that studying, all that work, all of these dreams, and now you're here.
Well, I'll give a big go blue, baby, because last night we won the national championship.
Yes,
so
you did.
Big day for Michigan, big day for Broadway, big day for Ethan Haberfield.
Back on Broadway since 10 years old in Mary Poppins.
Yes.
How does that feel? How does that full circle moment to be back here, another opening after that beautiful production?
It feels incredible, and I think it's a lesson to all actors in patience, to just keep grinding and keep working, because there's so many talented actors, and sometimes it takes another decade to get back on Broadway.
That's it.
Yeah.
And in between, go to school and keep working. Yeah. All the up and down New Jersey, because if you look at his bio, we're Jersey Outlet. You've done a lot of theater in Jersey.
Yes, I grew up there.
See, Jersey knows Jersey. And this show in particular, why is this show, when you got the script, when you auditioned or read for this part, why was this something that you hoped to be able to book and show the world?
Yeah, that's a great question. It's such an honor to be a part of this play. My grandfather was a Holocaust escapee, and to be able to depict someone who is a Holocaust survivor is such an honor, not only as an actor, but as a Jewish person.
Absolutely, and it's beautiful. The work you all are doing as a collective is insane.
You saw the show?
We saw the show, and it is
amazing.
Come see the show.
Come see Prayer for the French Republic.
And go blue.
And go blue.
Here we are. Daniel, welcome back to Broadway.
Thank you.
Oslo was something.
Oslo was so beautiful.
Beautiful.
Yeah, that was a major thing.
And now this show is pretty damn beautiful.
Yeah, I mean, I think of both because they have overlapping themes, shall we say.
Yes.
And yeah, but what's interesting is Oslo was kind of a political play.
Yes.
It was about a series of negotiations, brilliantly depicted.
Yes.
And this is about a family.
Yes.
And it's about the travails of a particular family in 2016 France. And then we also see that same family flashing back to the World War II era, the progenitors, if that's the right word?
Yes, I think
the
so.
grandparents, yeah, good enough. Yeah.
You're smarter than me.
Thank you. So it's just unique the way the playwright has weaved these stories together. And even though the situation they find themselves in is very challenging, shall we say?
Yes.
But it's also full of humor and full of warmth.
Yes.
And so that's,
Well, we've seen you on a lot of television shows. If it's The Sopranos, if he's a super fan and only Murders in the Building, and all of the Law and Order and all Devil's Advocate. What's it like to be on stage versus on a set and be able to do the same story every night?
Right. So it's a different thing. I love to be able to do all of them. I wouldn't want if people say, "What do you like better?" I like the variety.
Sure.
Theaters, someone else just asked us what's it like, to do the same show 8 times a week, and it's a particular challenge. And I've been doing plays for so many years that you get used to building that muscle of knowing that it's not about brilliance one time, it's about something you can repeat, which is different than film and television, where if you hit it once, you got it. Hitting it once isn't enough in the theater. And it's funny because lots of people in TV and film come to the theater and they're like, it's sort of shocking, the discipline required and the evenness required. But they're both different and they're challenging. Yeah.
Well, I'm in awe. I'm fascinated. I love everything about all of this. I'm excited to see this, and I'm excited to see what you've got next up your sleeve. We're here for it.
Great.
Congratulations.
Thank you so much.
Happy. Nancy is back on Broadway. Nancy, you're back on Broadway.
Yeah, and this time originating a role.
Yes.
The last time I had taken over one.
So congratulations. No, Nancy, when we see Nancy, you're usually in D.C.
Yeah.
There's a beautiful artistic community in D.C.
Yeah.
What's it like in D.C. in terms of art and artistry?
It's a very supportive community, and there's many equity houses that do quality work, and we also have a lot of people coming from New York, so there's a nice mix of energy. You build up a muscle for collaborative work with people you work with a lot, and then you have guest artists from New York who are fabulous and have a whole different gift they bring to the process.
Sure.
So it's really a nice mix.
Well, we stole you. New York we stole her for this one. What was it like when you read this for the first time and saw this story and the relevancy of it to today?
Well, I love the role, and the family dynamics are just so I could identify with them so easily. And I think this play gives context for what's happening today, and the very fact that it's about 2016 and not about today, I think is kind of great, because it just frames an eye into the history of Jewish life and family life. But that's, for some people, eye-opening, and for me, a deeper understanding of the basic nomadic nature of Jewish life.
Yes, absolutely. Well, it's beautiful. This cast is quite stellar.
Yeah.
You all are actors. Congratulations. Happy opening. Enjoy every single second. How are you? How's it going? Wonderful. Hi, Francis. We were just talking. He was just saying, he just watched Arranged and was like, I know the
You
Francis.
did not.
He sure did.
Oh my God, that's so sweet.
Well, you've been with this show for a minute. You've won like 162 awards with this show.
I mean,
At
if you
least.
mean two.
That's 162 to me. What is it like to be with this journey from when it started and now you're opening it on Broadway?
I mean, the whole journey has been amazing from day one. I mean, I couldn't have asked for a more amazing opportunity. I love this play. I love Joshua Harmon, David Cromer, and the fact that they love me back makes me feel really special.
Sure, well, because you can act.
Thank you.
You can act.
I try.
Yeah, you can act. 8 shows a week. This subject matter on this stage, which it's for everyone. It's not just you're not just going to leave balled over crying. There's fun moments and cute moments, and it's an important story.
Yeah.
How do you stay okay to do this 8 shows a week?
I mean, I wouldn't want it any other way. I feel like I need to do this show, and if it's got to be 8 days a week, then I'll do it. I mean, I don't really have a choice.
No, you don't. You don't.
Either take it or leave it. I'll take it.
And take it.
You know.
And this particular cast that's opening on Broadway, what has it been like to put this on its feet?
God. I love this cast. I love them so much. Molly, Art. I mean, I want to name them all. And we just don't have enough time because there's so many of them, but they're all such amazing people, and I just feel so grateful to be able to be in a room with them every day because they're so talented and they're such genuinely kind, loving souls.
Yes.
Yeah.
Well, congratulations.
Thank you
Happy
so much.
And you better be in fashion, everybody. Come on, dress. Well, hold up. Give me 5 more minutes. Before we get to the end, firstly, hi, Lattes. Welcome, welcome. Happy 2 years of the Roundtable to you as well, because you are here every single week. Thank you for your love and support. It means a lot to me. So we do all of that, right? And go back, Lattes, and watch the beginning, and we all can cry together. We do this whole thing, me and Mike inside. We go and get a slice of pizza where I'm watching what I eat because I told you. So I go across the street. Mike gets a slice of pizza, and I get an egg omelet. Mike says, "Where's your food?" I said, "Oh, I ordered an omelet." He said, "At a bodega?" I said, "Yeah, they can make an egg omelet." And then we go back to the red carpet where most of the guests canceled because it was torrential downpouring. And if you have 5 minutes for me, here's me and Mike in the pouring rain. Take a peek. The monsoon. There are buckets. It is cats, dogs, rain, rats, pizza, New York City. See? New York City. We are here at the mini awning, the mini opening for the big show. We have a bunch of celebrities who probably will be wet and not want to talk to us, but we're going to force them to with Mike's good looks and my insistence. How are you?
Hey, man. How you
Good
doing?
to see you.
Good to see you.
David is the nicest human being in show business.
Thank you.
He is the nicest person in showbiz.
Thank you so much.
You have some history in this building.
Yes, I do. The cost of living here.
Do you have like good memories, PTSD? Are you
No,
exhausted?
Great memories. You know, this theater is just keeps practicing the culture of excellence in theater. MTC Lynn Meadow, and it's just wonderful to be here and see everybody that was here when I was doing the show here, and I'm looking forward to seeing this amazing piece of work.
Absolutely. Well, we look forward to all your amazing pieces of work. Thank you.
Thank you so much.
He's not a cop. He's
No.
not gonna look. Yeah,
Not anymore.
but he acts his teeth out. We know Patrick Breen. He's alive. He did not get killed in space. You are not out there in the galaxy quest of the world.
I wish. Yeah, if they make a sequel, I'm dead, so.
Oh, but then, it could be like a soap opera. They could. Hi, hello, Bakers. How are you? No, we could all talk. We could have a big old extravaganza together.
We'll talk with Patty Breen anytime.
Absolutely. Well, what does it mean?
Both of these so many times.
Well, we were just talking about his movie career. I've talked to you about The Good Wife. We talked to you about Ted Lasso. We could talk to you about all the litany of work. What is it like to come, though, to see stage work, Broadway, and opening here in New York City?
Yeah, I don't even understand it really anymore. I just work in television, so it's like I go. How do they memorize all those lines?
That's a load of crap.
That's right.
We know Patty from a million years ago when we did a play. That's how you meet.
We did a
when you
play
do
together.
That's
Yeah,
right. Richard Greenberg's Night
Greenberg
and
play.
Her Stars.
Night and Her Stars.
Who was it? It was a friend of Richard's who said he thought it was called Night Nurse Doris. And it was Night and Her Stars, but I think Night Nurse Doris is much better title.
I like that too.
Well, we love your work. We thank you for your work. Enjoy tonight. Enjoy tonight.
Donna, Murphy, the last time we were here, the collaboration didn't happen, and we were chatting when the word came.
God, that's right.
And now we're back. But this show's happening. This show's gonna happen.
I said to someone asked me, they said, "Do you think they'll cancel the opening?" I said, "Unless somebody has COVID."
No.
And thank God that is not happening.
I was so moved by your story at the benefit that we were at for foster care and adoption. And you gotta believe it. It was so. We know you sing your face off. We know you act your face off. But your story really was very touching. It really stuck with me as a school teacher. Thank you.
Well, I think that organization is truly remarkable because they nurture the lives of these foster children and the families that choose to bring them into their families and become family. It's not just the process of arranging for these connections, but it's also helping them with what is complicated, especially with older children. And I learned so much that night. It's just a weeping aspect.
Me too! I was your story, Sharon Catherine Brown's story, everyone's story.
But and so my baby is a high school senior who just got accepted to her dream college to study animal science because she wants to be a veterinarian, and she's just, the journey is amazing. And it's stupid that I said where she was going because that's
no, but still,
that she's getting to pursue her dream.
No, and it's and your family's beautiful, and you're beautiful.
Thank you. Well, I'm thrilled to be here tonight.
Yes, the show. Enjoy the show.
Thank you
for seeing me. Happy New Year! I love this Jaja extravaganza that's out here. Come on. How are you feeling after this amazing fall? All that you've done, all that's to say?
It's hard. I'm really emotional. It was like a dream behind the entrance into Broadway and what that was like. And I had such a wonderful time working here.
I had such a wonderful time seeing it, being
Wasn't
here.
it good? It was so good.
It was so good. I was just telling. I just told her. I just told Jocelyn. We're ready for June. I want all the awards. Stack them up. Let's go.
Thank you.
What does it mean as a director, as someone out here, as an artist, to see original works get the chance to be on Broadway?
Oh, I mean, it's huge. I'm so excited tonight for Josh, for David, to support them. It's just, we need new stories. We need new stories on Broadway, new stories by American writers. We should be supporting each other. So it's always inspiring when I see a new work premiering on Broadway, because that's the way it's supposed to be.
I want all your new work. Come
Thank
on,
you.
Broadway.
I know.
Let's go.
She was cute. I enjoyed it.
She was cute. Next time I see you on a red carpet, I'm going to do a whole 3-minute monologue just for it. I'm going to audition right here on the.
I mean, be careful, I'll cast you.
I'm ready.
Thank you.
So,
This is really
always good to see you. Thank you. Congratulations on this season and everything.
Thank you.
Well, how was it neat to be here? Another opening here in Manhattan Theater Club.
This is a little home for me.
Yes.
So after
my lovely experience with this show. So it's really nice to be back at MTC. I have a warm spot in my heart for MTC.
Well, I just told Jocelyn, I was like, yo, we'll be out here in June because Jaja was a moment of the season.
It damn sure was for us too.
And you're producing as an extra feather in your cap has been quite the thing. What is it like to see new work put on Broadway, original curated works?
Oh, it's so exciting to be a part of the new curated works that are coming out. And one thing that MTC has been so great at doing is fostering these new writers and work that has depth, like the play we're seeing tonight, which I'm super excited about because I think this play is timely. I think it's something that even though I didn't get to see it on Broadway, but I hear a lot about it, and I hear that it's really something that's emotionally what we kind of need right now. So MTC is good about knowing what shows to pick at the right time. I think they know that, or maybe it's just serendipitous, but I think it's a lot of planning going on.
Well, many moons ago, as a young kid, I saw you down the block in The Color Purple, most moving performance, and all I'm going to say is, give her her money. Give her her money.
I'll take it.
Give her her money.
Thank you.
I appreciate you. It's so good to see you. It is good to see you. My favorite events of the season was in this theater with her work right here.
Blast. Different play tonight.
Different play.
That's the beauty of theater, you know.
Sure is. Well, I'm ready for Jaja to be in every regional theater, every community theater, what does it mean to be here at the Theater Club with another opening?
It's so great to be here to support another friend, another playwright on their opening night. I'm such a huge fan of Josh's work. He's a comedy guy too, you know. And so it's important to be able to be here to support our other, colleagues in the struggle.
I hear it. Well, congratulations on your year. We'll be seeing a lot more. You wait till June. She'll be out and about these streets.
Boy, I hope.
I know it.
Let's
go. Good to see you.
Good to see you too. Thank you.
I have to say, I kind of remember the Lowe's Theater in Richmond Park and seeing Turner and Hooch and being obsessed with that movie. I love your body of work, but I love also your connection to theater. What is it like to be here tonight at another opening?
This is especially dear to me because Anthony's the husband. I love this play so much. We had seen it a year and a half ago, and when he was cast, it was great. Great piece of writing, great directors. You're in it, and I've seen it twice now, so this will be my third time here. It's the fastest 3 hours. It's
Well, we spoke to Anthony earlier. He's about the nicest human in show business. You got a good one there. You guys are beautiful. Congratulations. Great legs. Thank you. How are you?
I'm doing okay.
Well, we had to get you because hot news, hot off the press. Come on. I'm ready to do my 16-bar Prince cut for you right here.
No, listen, I'm not the casting director. I'll take your number.
We're really excited. We're very excited. I'm excited. How was it when it was finally announced after all the behind the scenes?
Kind of hilarious. I mean, we've been working on this quietly for a very long time. We had a really wonderful workshop in the fall, and to kind of be able to stop pretending.
Yes, it's happening.
Really special and really relaxing, and I think we're all just excited to get to the work of bringing it to the public. That's what we're excited about.
Well, we're here for it. Go into
Thank
the show.
you.
Congratulations.
Thank you. I'll take it. Have a good one.
Well, let me just fill you in. It was pouring rain. The microphone was soaking wet, so the sound gets worse and worse. So I thank you for bearing with that. The microphones are better. They dried off, and we're all good. The gentleman at the end is now in charge of writing the Prince musical coming to Broadway. It's called Purple Rain. So we had to stop him. Jocelyn Beale who was before, and director Whitney, and LaChance, who is a Tony winner and producer and the original star as Celie in The Color Purple back in the day. They all were part of Jaja's African Hair Braiding, which we had a great time at that opening. It was a great opening. So it was great to see the people coming back to Manhattan Theater Club. I know the sound gets wonky and it was a little bit of a mess. So thank you for having me. Thank you for everyone. Thank you all for being here. Thank you for 2 years. My favorite moment. Yes, come on, Barry Manilow. Looks like we made it. Yes. And sometimes I tell you, I forget that this show is watched by people. Like when I said earlier that my mom and Darius talking about their favorite part of the Roundtable was me. And I said, oh, not my Darius, my ovaries. And then I got a text message from his aunt Auntie Maureen says, your ovaries, really? Oh, you can't take me anywhere. No, you can. You can. We Well, for next week, we start off year 3 with this breaking news. We will be here next. Oh, even my mom gave an LMAO on that one. Look at my mother. See, she's a dirty bird, my mother. Don't let her fool you. She knows all the curse words, all the 4-letter ones that start with all the bad letters. We start next week with a bang. If you love ice castles, if you love television, if you love music, if you love writing, Marie Lange, who is a fan of our show, is one of her favorite performers of all time. We reached out and we got him to pop on. If you're a Disney fan, he's also happens to be the voice of the Beast and Beauty and the Beast. Robbie Benson is here with us for the hour. So don't miss Robbie Benson here for the hour. Next week, we'll be talking about his work, his heart surgery, his advocacy. 2 years, folks. 2 years of you and me and you, and a whole lot of fun left to go. I love you all so much. Christine, it was a blast celebrating 2 years together. Here's all the incredible upcoming episodes of the Roundtable. It's a messy show. We all love. It is a messy mess. We are a mess. And you're just as much of a mess because you're here. I'm sorry to tell you. It's just the truth. There's always more good than there's bad. And you have a story to tell too. And you should tell it. And you take one step, and 2 years later, and 1 million views, and a whole life can open up for you. We've come a long way, baby. We've come a long way, friends. Let's keep it going. So from me to you, thank you. I love you all so much for being here. What am I going to say? The best surely is yet to come. Till next time, I'll see you next week. With all humility and gratitude, thank you for being here. Bye, everybody.